Can you hear me now, Ty? I'm talking now. Let me know if you can hear me. Type it in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me, Ty. Share the link with the group, with the team. Let me know if you can hear me. Let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. Give everybody a few more minutes to get in. We're gonna break down a key week. We got a lot of mega stocks, mega cap stocks reporting this week. We're gonna look at those. We're gonna chart them. We're gonna see what makes sense and what doesn't make sense, and we'll see if the market continue to keep on rallying. I got the S&P 500 hitting 5,000. If these mega tech stocks continue to keep on climbing, and then we can rock and roll from there. So my thing is, I'm gonna give everybody another minute or two to get in here, and then we're gonna rock and roll from there. First of all, the most important things when it comes to life in the stock market is understanding what you are embarking on. So we got a lot of great companies, a lot of great companies, a lot of great companies. So we just got to be a little bit patient with ourselves. I think a lot of people, we do want to hit the home run. We do want to hit grand slams, but we just got to be a little bit patient. So we're going to chart a few things. So on the list this week, for earnings week, we do have Microsoft, AMD, Google, Starbucks, Boeing, Qualcomm. We do got Apple, Amazon, Meta, X, and DEC. We do have a beautiful lineup this week. So my thing is, no matter which trade you take, you do have an opportunity to make some money to the upside and to the downside. That's why charting is very important in understanding the fundamentals of a company and what direction they can actually move into. So my thing is just taking it easy, ladies and gentlemen, taking it easy and being able to chart and seeing where we can actually go from there. So if you guys at any point have a questions, put it in the chat. Give me time to answer your questions and just be respectful to everybody else, and then we can rock and roll from there. What's up, man? How you feeling?
No, pretty good, pretty good.
I can't complain. You ready to rock and roll? We got a free class today. We're gonna break down some stocks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so let's rock and roll from now. I'm gonna start here at 2:05. So we got like literally 30 seconds, and then we'll start. What's up, Courtney? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? All right, perfect, ladies and gentlemen. We literally got 3 seconds. We're gonna go ahead and get the show on the road, and we're gonna pop from there. All right, so welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's rock and roll. This week we got a very important week. We got a lot of mega companies reporting. Once again, we got Microsoft, AMD, Google, Starbucks, Boeing, Qualcomm, Apple, Amazon, Meta, X, and Decker. What I mean by X, United Steel. So not X like the platform that people use is actually private, so it's not really traded on the market anymore. So let's rock and roll from there. So mega cap stocks earnings, ladies and gentlemen. This week can either make or break the market. We can continue into an uptrend if the stocks continue to keep on rallying. We're really looking at Microsoft. We're really looking at Apple. I think AMD can actually perform really well. It's been performing really well. So I think that can actually continue its trend to the upside. Starbucks, I'm a little bit on the fences about Starbucks. So the first stock we're going to start with, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Starbucks. So let's try Starbucks. I would like to take the Starbucks out on a 4-hour time frame. Let me autofocus this for you guys, and then we can rock and roll from there. So if you guys look at this on a 4-hour time frame, we do have an opportunity to pop to the upside, but it's a lot of turmoil that's going on in Asia, China specifically. So Starbucks get a lot of its sales from China. China economy just plunged really hard. So the president of China is actually trying to implement quantum ease, and he's trying to pump money into the market so people can be able to feel at ease. But I don't think that's actually going to do them any justice, any good in the short term. Long term, maybe over the next 6 to 18 months, it can actually help out. But in the short term, I don't think it's actually going to do any just do for Starbucks. So I think Starbucks can actually take a plunge if you put it on a weekly time frame. I think Starbucks can actually continue and drop back down to the $90 range, as you guys got right here. So that's my opportunity right there. I'm thinking Starbucks is going to hit $90. I do like Starbucks to the downside, $90 put. And my thing is looking at the momentum coming off the weekly. Starbucks is not looking too good. But if Starbucks do beat earnings expectation, we can see Starbucks actually eclipse 97, 95-ish. But I'm really bearish on Starbucks based off of the data that's coming out of Asia, specifically China. The sales is not looking too pretty good. And then Starbucks has been changing the name of their coffee shops inside airports. So that's letting you know that they have weaker sales and things like that. So Starbucks to the downside, I like the $90 puts. To the downside, I think Starbucks can actually tank. We can look at previous earnings and then we can get adjusted it. Last earning came out, they did pretty well. Last earning that came out, they did pretty well. They did beat revenue. They did beat earnings per share. Revenue tops over. It's got a surprise beat of 83.6 million, and then earnings per share was a beat as well. So I do like Starbucks to the downside on a weekly time frame. $90 puts. I do like $90 puts for this Friday, so that it takes us out to February the 2nd. So my thing is $90 puts on Starbucks. Overall, I think Starbucks is actually a beautiful company, but I just think they put themselves in hot water with global events and things like that, and then subjecting themselves to different markets outside the United States, geopolitical events that you can't control. So I think Starbucks is going to get hit on that. And not only on that aspect, Starbucks rely on Middle Eastern countries to actually deliver coffee beans. And with the turmoil that's going on in multiple Middle East countries right now, that can actually affect coffee beans and the price and the structure of that as well. So I think Starbucks can actually get killed to the downside. And then my thing, if we do fall below 90, Starbucks can continue back down to 84, and we'll see how that actually works. So I do like Starbucks, $90 push for this Friday, and we can rock and roll from there. Now, next company I'm looking at, ladies and gentlemen, we know that Boeing got hit pretty hard. We got hit pretty hard. I know me and Ty inside of my group, we've been talking about Boeing for a while. We did have multiple opportunities to trade Boeing from the top. And if you look at the 3-bar setup on the weekly, we can even take it out to the monthly, but let's look at on the weekly. When Boeing had hit 267, when the news came out, and then the news continued to keep coming out about the aircraft and the low quality of the aircraft, things missing on the aircraft, things is not up to par. So on a 3-bar setup, we got 1, we got 2. So once we drop below 57, we should have been in puts, and we should have never got out of puts. I don't think that Boeing is actually going to have great earnings because I think they lost a lot of revenue about them selling planes, and a lot of airlines had to actually pull planes from the sky. So I think Boeing actually tanked back down to 185, 176s. I think that we can actually hit the 52-week low. So I do like Boeing down to 180. 175, 180, 175. I think Bourne is not going to meet expectations. I don't think they're going to meet expectations. So we did form a cup and handle here, ladies and gentlemen, which is very important. We did form a cup and handle here, and we did get up here, and then we get the inverse cup and handle. So we did drop tremendously. So I do like Bourne to the downside as well. If you look at Bourne on a monthly, you're seeing the same exact thing. If you do the 3-bar setup, 1, 2. So we could have took Bourne 231 as well. We had multiple opportunities to get into Bourne. We just got to trust the setup. We got to trust the play. And if you don't trust the setup and trust the play, my thing is always look for other stocks that you can trade. But this is one of those plays where you could have took it from the top. 67, you could have got in at 51, 55. You could have got in on a monthly time frame. You could have got in at 231, and you still would have been able to ride it down to 205. It actually hit 203 Friday. So we do have an opportunity to trade Bourne to the downside. I don't think it's going to recover no time soon. And it will give you an opportunity. We drop to the 52-week low. It does give you an opportunity to buy it long term. Long-term buy-in is 187. But if we continue to keep on falling down to 176, that'll give you an opportunity to dollar cost average. So that's what I like about Bourne. So I think if you pay close attention, like I said, liquidity grabs. I think this is what the institutions came in at. And my thing is they are shorting to the downside. Now, one of my favorite stocks plays of the week. If you guys know me, know anything about this, is one of the best companies in the world. Let's look at this on the daily. This is Apple. I want to get rid of all these drawings. I want to just show you guys how you can actually take full advantage of Apple. Apple is one of those companies, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be around. They just got to keep evolving. I think they're getting killed by Microsoft because Microsoft is evolving using AI and being able to penetrate different markets because it's appealing to different demographic and things like that. So let's see how it actually works. So you clearly can see that Apple had hit a high this year of 199.62. I don't think that's that's going to be the 52-week high when Apple reports earnings. I think they can smash expectations because of the sales in India has been picking up like crazy. So I think they can actually do pretty well, and then we can go about that. So this is what I like about the market. So if you look at Apple, we did have a cup and handle. It failed on the last couple of days. We did get a rejection. Last couple of days we have been down, but we only $7 off the 52-week high. So my thing is, I do like where it actually stands, and then we can actually pick up some self-esteem and room from there. I do like Apple. When you go to the weekly, we do have an opportunity to catapult back up to the upside, but we got to see how Monday pan out. If Monday pans out really good, we can take it from there, and then we can actually eclipse back up to the upside. I do like Apple 192. I like 195. I like 195 calls. I like 200 calls and 205. I think Apple can break out with different sales and things like that. I know that the virtual reality they sold out of those. So my thing is that bringing in a little bit of revenue to the company. I think it was around $630 million that they was able to bring in off of those headsets alone. They're a little bit expensive, but people do have the money so that people will pay for them. But one thing that I was explaining to people when Apple had dropped back down here, this was a while ago. This was like in October. This was your opportunity to buy in and go long because my thing is it did want to get back to the last level of resistance around 196, 195-ish. So you have to be patient and you got to be fluent. You got to be patient. You got to be fluent, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's about, just being patient and being fluent. On a smaller time frame, on a 15-minute time frame, Apple did close into a downtrend Friday. That's why I told you guys get into the contracts towards the end of the day. We did pop from the top Friday at 194.76, and we did drop all the way back down to 191.94, and then we rallied back up $1 before the market pretty much phased out. But if you guys look at increments, we did consolidate. So my thing is consolidation is everything. So we'll see if we pop Monday. If we pop Monday, we do have an opportunity to trade it to the upside. Apple do reports on the 1st. So Apple does report on the 1st, February the 1st. So February the 1st, after the bill. Apple reports after the bill, ladies and gentlemen. So my thing is, if you are planning a run up and you are in profit before the bill sounds, ladies and gentlemen, you can take your bag off the table. Do not be that trader that's in profit and actually swing the trade and then it goes against you. So I really think that Apple can actually go strictly to the upside. My thing is we do have an opportunity to actually trade. I think that we can break back above 195 pretty easy this week. I think we can get there by Tuesday, probably even Monday. And then my thing is all bets are off from there. So my thing is minimal contracts. I think if you guys do the 200 strike price minimal contracts, I think you should do 5 contracts, maximum 10. If you guys do the 205, I think you should do minimum contracts of 10, maximum 25. 95 strike price, minimum of 1, maximum of 4. So my thing is put yourself in position to be successful. Trade the contract, trade what you see, ladies and gentlemen. I know that we got a few days down in a row, so we'll see what the Monday candlestick comes out, and then we can go from there. Pre-market might be on fire, and if pre-market's on fire, it's going to push Apple and a couple of other companies to the upside. Now, the big what if, is Microsoft, ladies and gentlemen. Microsoft is worth $3 trillion now. So $3 trillion. I want everybody give a clap to Microsoft. $3 trillion. Only a few companies ever in history actually hit that mark. So my thing is bravos to them. They've been improving. They still growing. They still chipping away. They actually implement AI technology. So my thing is, but one thing that I noticed on a weekly time frame, we haven't had a pullback in a while. So my thing is, I think they can go through earnings. I think we can smash through expectation. I think that we can get a $15 to a $17 rally for earnings. $15 to a $17 rally doing earnings. They report Tuesday after the bell. Tuesday after the bell. So you guys have an opportunity Monday to see how it actually fluctuates, and then you guys have an opportunity Tuesday. I'm thinking 420 calls and 415. Not trying to take it out long. I'm just trying to do weekly contracts because I'm looking at the weekly. We still are in a complete uptrend. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think they can smash expectation and kill expectation. But once the bull run is pretty much start down, we can actually see them come back around 375-ish. That's where the traffic is located at. So we do have Microsoft 415, 420s. That's what I like. One of the best performing stocks of the year. One of the best performing stocks of the year is AMD, ladies and gentlemen, AMD. So my thing, we do have an opportunity to take full advantage of AMD. If you look at AMD on a monthly, you guys can clearly see that AMD has been in a complete uptrend, right? Since October, November of last year. And my thing is, all wheels came off. She was pretty much on the bottom floor at 93, and then we eclipsed 184, so pretty much almost $100 rally. I think AMD can still continue to keep on rallying because in society, we do need semiconductor chips for pretty much everything that we do in our day-to-day lives. Government contractors need it. Aircraft need them. Automobiles need them. TVs need them. And many other things that we use in society actually need it. So I think we can continue to keep on rallying. I think we eclipse 200. But on the safe side, I would do 185, 190 calls. I think we can eclipse 200. But 185, $90 calls. Now, the hidden gem, I don't think people fail to realize that Amazon might perform pretty well because, what can I say? We did have Christmas season that just passed. That's going to be computed and calculated into earnings. Right now, on the monthly time frame, we are in the cup and handle. I think we can continue to keep on rallying to the upside. I think that we can get a 10 to a 15-point rally. I really like the 165, 170 calls to the upside. I really like the 165, 170 to the upside. So my thing is, you do have an opportunity if you look at the cup and handle as we continue to keep on rallying up. Because my thing, if you look at the last time we had support, we did bounce strictly off the support. My thing is, we did have an opportunity to buy her multiple times over the last couple of years. So my thing is, I wouldn't buy her at this price point for long term, but my thing, we do have an opportunity to trade her to the upside. So 165, 170 calls to the upside. This is on a monthly time frame. If you drop it down to the daily, you do have an opportunity as well. She is growing. I think she still got a lot of room to grow. So my thing is, that's what I like strike price. I like when she broke above 153, 154-ish. That was an opportunity to get into her a little early. So some of these trades you can get a little bit early. You just got to play wait and see, cat and mouse game. And then you do got to take your profit off the table, ladies and gentlemen. Please start taking your profit off the table, please. Now, Meta. I know a lot of you guys use Meta, Facebook, Instagram. So my thing is, I know you guys are familiar with that. But if you look at Meta on a monthly time frame, only thing that you can say about that is, holy moly. Meta came all the way from $88. I remember people were saying that Meta was dead. This is in December 2022. They were saying Meta was dead. It was $88. Now Meta is currently sitting at $394. They said Meta was dead, so almost it's a 300-point rally. You guys see that? And I think Meta can actually continue this rally I'm liking Meta around 415, 425. I do like Meta to the upside. I don't think they're going to disappoint with ads. I think ads came back in full circle. I think they're going to take advantage of people spending more time online, running their business through Facebook, Instagram, and things like that. And I think that the way Mark Zuckerberg is going, when it comes to actually visualizing the future, seeing things through the metaverse and things like that, I think he's on point with that. So Meta could continue to keep on rallying. I hope you guys took full advantage of it when it had dropped down to the downside. My thing is she continued to keep on rallying. This is on a monthly time frame. And if you drop her to the daily time frame, you did have an opportunity to trade her as well. 352, you could have got in. You could have got in on 50% monthly. You had so many opportunities to trade her to the upside. I just think people get on the charts, they try to make it too complicated. Entry points are there. You just got to be willing to take your time and wait on your entry point to hit to take full advantage of that. Now, what company do I like outside of all of these other companies? Is Google. A lot of us use Google search engine. So Google is a conglomerate when it comes to search engine, advertisement, and ads and things like that. But if you look at Google on a monthly, same thing that Facebook did. Google bottomed out at 83, and Google is currently sitting at 153. I think Google still have a long way to go. To be honest, like I said, I like 160, 165, and 170 on Google. My thing is, I would get into Google 160s and 155s because my thing is, if we only rally $5 to $7, I still would be able to be in the money at the 55 and at the 160. So that's how I actually look at the market and things like that. Taking full advantage of a 2, 3 point, 5 point rally, and then going from there. Now, another company, I just want to talk about it. We're talking about United States Steel Corporation. It was bought out by a Japanese or Asian company. So my thing is, I want you guys to pay close attention to what's really going on. Everything in America is for sale. So my thing is, I don't know how it's going to be ran. I don't think they're going to change course on things like that. But we have to be very, very cautious and careful when things is getting bought up out outside entities. A lot of things can change. It can actually cut jobs. It can eliminate benefits and things like that because it's not looking at the scope of the lens from within the country. It's looking at the scope of the lens outside the country, even though they got to follow rules and customs inside this country. But my thing is, if you own something, you pretty much can do whatever you want to do with it. So my thing is, be careful with this one. I want you guys to just watch this one. I don't really have a strike price. I just wanted to drop that bombshell on you guys. They did get bought up. So my thing is, we'll see how that translates into earnings and things like that. But if I had to pick any out of all of these plays this week, for sure I'm trading Apple. For sure I'm trading Microsoft. For sure I'm trading Starbucks, and for sure I'm trading AMD. So we have a beautiful list of options that we can actually trade this week. Anybody got any questions? Put it in the chat. Anybody got any questions? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. This is what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. Getting on here, just giving out free game, giving you guys my opinion on things that I trade and things that I like. And what goes from there? My thing is, what goes up must come down. What goes down must go up. My thing is just buying quality companies and buying quality stocks. So that's what it's all about. Just looking at things from a different lens. My thing is, it takes time. Like I said, nothing's going to stay up forever. Things is going to have pullbacks, but you do have opportunities if you buy things at a quality price. And if you buy things at a quality price, you don't worry about the pullback unless we go through a recession where we drop 30, 40%. That's when you have to start thinking like, hey, I got to protect my portfolio. So another thing that I want to talk about, the Feds do have a tough decision because the market has been rallying. Jobs has been picking up. So my thing, they do have a tough decision if they're going to increase rate hikes. Or they're gonna start decreasing rate hikes. So my thing is that's gonna affect the market. Now, another thing, ladies and gentlemen, I know you guys like to trade SPY and SPX and things like that. I like to look at SPX, and I'm gonna be frankly honest with you. If Apple, Microsoft, and Meta, all these companies beat, I got a price target on SPX, $49.85. If all of these beat, $49.85. Because if you look on a monthly time frame, my thing is. She did hit all-time high of 49.06, 69. I think we can actually break that ceiling and break that roof. So that's what it's about. What's the date for Apple, AMD? All of them this week expire this Friday. All the dates expire this Friday, Jenny. This Friday. So my thing is, I think that I gave you guys the price $49.85 on SPX for this Friday. If all of these companies beat, we can go up 2% this week. If all these companies beat, we can go up 2%, and then SPX pretty much probably we get to 5,000. This is the price that they said it was going to get to. I have it getting to 52, and then I got it actually pulling back. But we shall see. We'll see where the market actually takes us from here. All right. Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? If you guys don't have any other questions, I'm on here for one more minute, and I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. If you guys are going to be watching any football, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself with your family and friends. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, SPX, I have it hitting 49.85. 49.85. We can rally 2% this week. 2% this week. 2%, 2%, 2%. So my thing is, we do have a bomb list. I'll send a list out, and then we'll rock and roll from there. So let's rock and let's roll. What's up, Sam?
Hey there, hey there.
Hey, how you feeling?
Better.
Yeah, that's good. We got a banger this week. We got a lot of companies that's reporting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like I
I
said,
got that stuck on my calendar.
yeah, if Microsoft, Apple, AMD, and Google can beat,
Yeah.
we can see SPX hit 49.85.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much the 5,000 strike price. And like I said, the contract is going to be a little bit cheap on Monday. So my thing is, I think people should take full advantage of that ahead of time instead of just waiting to Wednesday, because those contracts is going to probably get more expensive.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
Microsoft
sitting.
reports Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm sitting on a Friday 5,000 right now myself.
Yeah, which is smart. And my thing is, I think AMD can actually break the bar. I think AMD can go. I think 200, but to be on the safe side, the 185s and 190s, 185 to be for sure. But I think it could break the bar at 200. But 185 to be on the safe side, because if we do move 10 points from there, and we can go from there. And then another thing is, I've been in Riot. I told you guys to get into some Riots. I think Riot does have an opportunity on the daily chart. It's actually pushing back up. I got the $10 calls and $11 calls for March. And Riot is playing pretty well. From I think we did bounce from 964, and I told people to buy in more shares there. So I think we rally back up. I think Bitcoin and a lot of crypto entities is gonna start rallying back up. So with the turmoil that's going on in the world, everybody gonna want an alternative, right, outside of the dollar and things like that. So Bitcoin is always gonna be the answer. So I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hold on real quick. Going back to AMD,
yeah,
SMCI also have earnings this week. And so what I notice is when SMCI push up, AMD takes off.
Yeah, that's an opportunity. And then I think SMCI is at 474 now. I think we can eclipse 500 easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you look at that on a monthly time frame, oh my God. Like, can you think about the Q3 quarter 50% was 277.
The which what?
The quarter 50% on SMCI, it was $277. So literally from that conjunction alone, we up 200 points. So I like that one. So we'll see. I think the market is gonna still continue to keep on rallying up. Like I said, we just gotta be patient and see how Apple will perform.
Okay. And then we have FOMC on the 31st.
Right. So which is gonna be another big thing. That's Wednesday. So, Boeing reports on Wednesday. I don't like Boeing. I like them to the downside. MetLife and Qualcomm. Now, this is a big or what if? Qualcomm performs well, Apple usually performs well. So we'll see how Qualcomm does Wednesday. So we'll see what the FOC meeting talk about Wednesday. We'll go from there. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Alrighty. How do you hang this up?